even if they don't like it. In my local language, they say, "Makunyora idoro." The quinine for malaria is very bitter, but it's only quinine that cures what? Malaria, bitter as it is. So we must continue to being truthful. And that is why I want to salute the courage of Magua, the brother to the deceased, for standing here to say that he has been an alcoholic, and because his brother is gone, he wants to honor him by quitting alcohol. That is courage. That is courage. And the beginning of dealing with a problem is accepting that there is one. Once you acknowledge you have a problem, 50% of that problem is sorted. And then you deal with it. And that's where we are as a country. And I want to ask our leaders, let us not run away from reality. Let us not bury our heads in the sand. Let us accept that we have challenges as a nation. Once we accept we have challenges, we are done with 50%. And then we can look for solutions by accepting that we face a challenge. The challenge of illicit alcohol and drugs in this country is real. And many people want to run away from reality. And the admission of that great son here tells us that as a country, we must face head-on the challenges before us. When we came into leadership with the President William Ruto, we found a very serious challenge of illicit alcohol and drugs in the entire country, and most specifically, and in a very big way, the Mount Kenya region. And we have been dealing with that problem where our children were sleeping in trenches, where we could not get our young men to work. When there was labor, you could only find women and young girls. We are losing an entire generation. That is why we have taken it head on, and we have made very serious strides. And that is why you heard me say last Sunday that the war on illicit brews and drug abuse must continue uninterrupted so that we save our children. And I said, as a leader, as a truthful leader, I put leaders on notice that anybody who tries to interfere with that war, we shall call you out by name so that the people of Kenya can shame you, because we cannot allow the reintroduction of poison disguised as alcohol to come and kill our children. We want as a government to tell the merchants of death, those who thrive on making profits by manufacturing and distilling and distributing and selling poison disguised as alcohol, your days are numbered. And I want to take this opportunity to ask the Church of Christ and other religious organizations to join government so that together we try to save our children. We want the church to play a central role in mentorship, in counseling, in helping in the rehabilitation of those who are already addicted, so that we can save the next generation to be productive men and women for the growth of our economy and the development of our country. As I wind up, let me ask the children of Reverend Rigathi to stay near your mom. Losing a companion is not easy. These are a couple that has been together for many years. It may look simple from the face of it, but in a few days, the loneliness will set in. So I want to ask the children to take time to spend with your mother. I want to ask her friends to hang around her. I want to ask the church people to hang around her and hold her hand so that she can get steady, because it's not easy. Reverend Rigathi and your children, I want to salute you. Because many people may not know, staying with a cancer patient for 6 years is a big and huge challenge. Cancer is devastating to any family in terms of emotions, in terms of finances. Ask me. My late brother, the governor of Nyeri, Derito Gachagua, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in the year 2014. We stayed with him for 4 years trying to save his life. I traveled with him to London, to the US, to India. And the experience drained us as a family, shattered our finances, and we have never recovered to date. What this family has gone through is not easy. Please hold them in prayer and solidify around them. I want to salute you because I know what it means. And cancer is also very painful. And close relatives try to share unsuccessfully the pain of the patient. This servant of God has undergone a lot of pain, and the family has tried to share the pain. So as we move on as a nation, we have made many interventions as a government to come up with an insurance scheme to cover chronic illnesses, because the cost of treating cancer out of this country is beyond many families. As we speak today, many families in this country have harambes every weekend trying to raise millions of shillings to support their loved ones who are suffering from the cancer. I am very encouraged that now we have equipment in this country. The Kenyatta University Referral Hospital today has a PET scan. That scan was only available out of the country several years ago. Today we have equipment in our hospitals that can help in early diagnosis, because most of these cancers, if detected early, can be managed. So it's something that we are doing as a government, and I want to say that a lot of progress is being made to come up with an insurance scheme that will help families who have chronic illnesses, again, to improve the equipment in our hospitals so that people can get attention here in the country, which is a little bit more affordable. So I want to just encourage the family and to say that we are together, and the church, you have a new leader, the pastoral team, the management, and the congregation. Please support her to succeed. Support her. A leader is as good as a team that supports that leader. That is why we support President William Ruto for his very pragmatic and courageous decision to dissolve his cabinet and come up with a new team that is focused and competent to help him in the management of the affairs of this great nation. And I want to ask the church and all Christians to pray for our president to pick the right people. God has given him a chance to come up with a good team of patriotic Kenyans who are not corrupt, who are not arrogant, who are not vomiting on Kenyans, who are serious on service delivery. Our president needs your prayers. Are you going to pray for him? Please pray for him. And I'm sure God will be merciful to him. He'll get God's favor to pick a good team to put our country on the right trajectory. So as we pray for President William Ruto to pick the right team, you as a church do the right thing.